Hi, this is ENX04, and today we're going to make a ridiculously simple wither rose farm. This farm is utterly trivial to set up, and can take as little as 75 seconds to build, starting from barely any materials. And when you're done, this farm will immediately start producing wither roses for you at a rate of about 2,900 per hour. If you're used to poisoning chickens as a quick way to get wither roses, this is the farm for you. You can skip harvesting thousands of chicken eggs, and forego breeding multiple generations of chickens. Instead, this farm starts up almost immediately and gives you a stack of wither roses every 80 seconds, and can be sustained almost indefinitely because the wither doesn't die from suffocation while using this farm. Wither roses are dropped by mobs when they're killed by a wither. This farm traps a wither under the exit portal in the end, and then sacrifices snow golems to make the wither roses. Snow golems are special utility mobs that are summoned by placing carved pumpkins at the end of 2 blocks of snow. And interestingly, a snow golem can provide the resources needed to make more snow golems. They leave a path of snow layers as they travel, and this snow can be collected as snowballs and then crafted to make more snow blocks. The carved pumpkin on the snow golem can be sheared away and collected so that you can recycle it to make a new snow golem. And this process can go on and on, as long as you still have durability on your shears. In this farm design, the player places snow blocks, and a dispenser places carved pumpkins to make snow golems, and then another dispenser immediately shears off the carved pumpkin, which is then collected by the player for reuse later on. The snow golem then falls down into a chamber under the exit portal, where the wither is trapped, and the golems gradually push each other until they're close enough to be killed by the explosive skulls that the wither shoots into the bedrock. The snow golems drop both snowballs and wither roses when they die. Since the wither is inside bedrock, it takes some suffocation damage, and this causes it to break any blocks surrounding it, including the snow on the floor of the chamber, leaving even more snowballs on the floor. Altogether, this produces an excess of snow that is needed to sustainably make more snow golems. And despite the constant suffocation, the wither doesn't die because it's healed slightly by 5 health points each time that it kills a mob, and it kills more than enough snow golems to offset the suffocation damage. Okay. Let's get to building. You'll need to defeat the Ender Dragon first, and it may be helpful to have a wither skeleton farm to get their skulls. You can check out these 2 videos to learn more about cheesing the dragon, and how to build an easy wither skeleton farm that doesn't use wither roses and doesn't require any spawn proofing. After the dragon is defeated, head to the exit portal in the middle of the main island and build a staircase down underneath it so that the bedrock is right overhead. Clear out a 3x3 chamber, 2 blocks high, and make sure that the center of this chamber is located at the X and Z coordinates of 0, 0, and mark this spot with a solid block to make it easier to spot later on. It's important that this is a full block in height. Don't use soul sand or honey or any other block less than full height, and avoid any block that a wither rose flower can be planted on, like dirt or soul soil. On the side of the chamber with a staircase, remove another row of blocks and add 3 top slabs overhead so that you would need to crouch down to get out. Next to the row of slabs, create a short hallway, 3 blocks long, and at the end, dig straight up to break through to the surface. Now head back to the surface, but on your way out, set down the soul sand that you'll need to summon the wither, with its feet at the X and Z coordinates of 0, 0, and place 2 of the wither skeleton skulls under the slabs. Back at the surface, place a dispenser on top of the bedrock of the exit portal, facing the drop chute to the chamber, and place a stack of carved pumpkins inside. Place another dispenser underneath the same bedrock block, and fill this one with shears. Set an observer to the side to look at the bottom dispenser, powering a solid block that has redstone dust on top, leading back to the bedrock, and then initialize the redstone with a powered lever. Now add some blocks around the drop chute to help funnel the carved pumpkins from the snow golems back to the player. On the other side of the drop chute, stack 2 barrels to help you manage inventory when using the farm, and to help get you into the right position for using the farm, place and flip up a trapdoor with the hinge on the side away from the drop chute. When you're ready to start using the farm, you'll need to empty most of your inventory into a barrel. Put on a helmet to prevent pumpkins from being dispensed onto your head, place food in your offhand, carry 2 stacks of snow blocks and the last wither skeleton skull to summon the wither. If you have wither roses already, set up a filter for them using 4 inventory slots. And if you don't have wither roses yet, don't worry, the farm will provide plenty of them once you start using it. Make sure that your game is not in easy difficulty, because the wither only shoots explosive skulls in higher difficulty settings, and then place the last wither skeleton skull to spawn the wither. Flip the lever to activate the clock and stand against the trap door and constantly place snow blocks into the drop chute. Aim at the end stone block, right under the barrel. When you run out of snow blocks, you should find a stack of carved pumpkins in your inventory. Put these back into the top dispenser to recycle them. Now jump into the drop chute and run around the chamber to collect snowballs and wither roses. Don't worry about the wither. Unlike golems, you're not actually tall enough to be injured by the exploding skull projectiles. When you leave the chamber, check your inventory. Aside from the 4 slots reserved for wither roses, your entire inventory should be filled with snowballs. Craft these snowballs into snow blocks, and you should find exactly 2 stacks of snow blocks in your inventory. Now repeat the process of making snow golems again, and make sure that you move the wither roses that you've collected into one of the barrels every few rounds. When you're done using the farm, or if you just need a break from using it, the wither will no longer be able to regenerate by killing golems, since you're not there to make them. As a result, the wither will die from suffocation in about 5 minutes after you stop using the farm. If you would like to use the farm later without expending more wither skeleton skulls, you can unload the main island, for example by exiting the end dimension, and this pauses the suffocation of the wither until you or another player returns. If you're happy with the amount of wither roses that you've collected, you can attack the wither to speed its death if you like. Just remember to collect the nether star when it finally dies. Each set of shears that you place into the bottom dispenser will create 238 wither roses, almost 4 stacks, before it finally breaks. A dispenser full of fresh shears will let you harvest over 2,000 wither roses before they all break. If you like, you can automatically feed more shears into the dispenser with a line of hoppers pulling from a barrel or chest. If you ever need to restart your farm, be sure to clear any snow layers that may still be in the chamber. Specifically, these 2 spaces need to be air blocks in order for the wither to be summoned. For additional information and tips, be sure to read the video description. I usually put the answers to my most common questions in there. You can also stop by my Discord, which is a friendly community filled with people who are eager to help each other out. This community has also provided feedback on drafts of this video, so I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone for their part in the process. And in particular, I'd like to thank the dedication of Hard, who serves as the admin for the server, and also the teams of mods and helpers who volunteer their time to make the Discord server a special place. Thank you, and thank you all for watching today.